And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Welcome to the Dice Tower.
Hey folks, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Tom Vasel. This is my daughter Holly. Today we're taking a look at Cube Quest. Now, Cube Quest is a game, well, when I first saw it I thought, yay, a game about cubes. What no one told me was these cubes were big. They're like dice. So that's more exciting. And this is a game where you are flicking your cubes at your opponent's forces. Now, there are several flicking games out there, but don't go away. Watch this one. I'm serious. Watch it. Okay, this is the demo board. So it's different than the board that comes with the game, although they look pretty much the exact same. And what you do in this game is you're going to build an army of 40 points. There's different units that are worth a certain amount of points. You always take your king. He's for free. And so you're going to put your king in your castle. So each player will put a king in their castle. And then the rest of your units that you've taken, you're going to place anywhere you want in your territory. So you're getting ready and you're putting them together. Now, when you put these units in your territory, you can build them any way you want. You can even put them on top of each other. See, I made a wall here. Although, I've now learned that I should probably make a wall behind my king, too. And I'll put this little health cube here. I have a freeze cube, but I'll leave that off to the side. That doesn't actually go on the board. And I'll put some people like this here. So this is my starting formation. And meanwhile, Holly is setting up her formation. Now, what you're trying to do, it's very simple, is you're trying to kill your opponent's king, period. The way you kill your opponent's king is to knock it off the board. If you knock your own king off the board, well, you're going to lose. So you have to be careful to take your opponent out of the game, if at all possible. So what you're going to do on your turn is you're going to flick one of your cubes at your opponent's, or somehow you're going to flick the cube. Okay, so on your turn, you'll take one of your units and you're going to flick it at your opponent's things. Here we go, bowling time. Woo! Okay, now this was good for me because I knocked one of Holly's cubes out of the game. Now, I look at my own cube. I'm going to put it back in a second. But you see this ugly guy's face here, okay? Each side of the die has a face of your character, or it has a silhouette side. Now, this guy has only one silhouette side, so he's not so bad. When one of these guys lands on your opponent's side and the silhouette side is face up, then there's a possibility that it'll be captured. So I did that to Holly's side. I knocked one of their health cubes out of the game off the board. That was a good shot for me. Now it's Holly's turn to shoot back at me. Go ahead. You know you're not going to get me. Okay, since she shot her guy and it went off the board like this, it's dead. Now, this guy here from her side landed on my side, and it's the silhouette side. So he might be captured. So what she's going to do is she's going to roll the die, and she rolled another silhouette side, so it's gone. Had she rolled a face side, then it would have come back into her own castle. Now, these grunts here, these little orc dudes, only have one face, or they have two face sides. So the chance of them dying is quite good. There's other things you can do, like I'm going to shoot this guy. He's a sneak, and on my turn, I can take him off the board. And on a future turn, I can put him back on the board on my opponent's side as my whole turn. Other special abilities include a knight who can move twice as long as his first move is on your side. A health cube, you can get rid of one of these cubes to bring back 6 points worth of creatures. You have to roll, though, and get them. A freeze cube, in which you can freeze one of your opponents, and that opponent cannot move until the freeze cube is knocked off. But eventually, somebody's going to knock a king off the board, and the first person to have their king knocked off the board is the loser, and the other person's the winner. All right, Holly, what did you think of Cube Quest?
I really liked it. I liked flicking it, stuff.
Okay, of all the units, which one's your favorite?
The skull.
The Skulk?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't call him the Skulk. We call him the Ninja. Because he looks kind of like a ninja. Kind of. Well, anyhow, yeah, he's pretty cool because he can show up at the back on the other side and get your king from the back. This game is just fun. I mean, just fun. It's fun in the way Rampage was fun last year. I mean, this game is just, man, it's over in like 5-10 minutes, and it's fun. And what's really cool about this game, there's a lot of flicking games, but the fact that the stuff you flick also can form walls and stuff. This brings back when I was a kid the crossbows and catapult stuff that I played with. Or weapons and warriors, and just the fun that was. And here you can build formations with these. There's some special abilities, but they're not that. There's not that big of a deal. In fact, this game has that 40 limit. Forget that 40 limit. I mean, I don't really see what the big deal is. Just play with everything. Both sides take all the cubes. Seems we played that way one time, and it was super fun. We just played with everything. That would be the best way to play with it. But it's not that complicated. You don't sit there and go, okay, what does that force do again? It's all really easy. Knight moves twice, skull can disappear, come back on the other side, and then you got the stupid grunts and the better warriors. I mean, I would love if they made an expansion for this and added more units, but even if they didn't, this is a game you're going to want to play with your kids. So, do you think you can get really good at this game?
Yes.
Yes. You think you could beat me?
Yes.
Well, you did beat me once.
Yes.
Just once. But I beat you, what, more than that. We played this game many times. I think this is becoming one of your favorite games. Do you think you could beat your sisters at this game? Well, what do you like best about the game?
That you gotta flick stuff.
You do like that? Now, you have to be really careful. It's really easy to flick yourself off the board and flick it all over the place. But I'm telling you, once you get good at the game, or even if you don't get good at the game, just even if you lose, knocking down a huge pile of cubes just gives you that, what a thrill to knock them down. Guys, I'm really enamored with this game. We're definitely keeping it, adding it to our collection, because it's just a quick two-player game that kids will like, adults will like. I would play this with an adult and have a great time at it. Yeah, this is just fun. Cube Quest, big thumbs up for me. What do you say?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
There.